my darlings, welcome to True Scary Stories, Volume 4, and this will be the last installment of the True Scary Stories series, but I got more true creepy accounts for you, and I hope you got a chance to check out True Scary Stories Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3, and hope you enjoyed them, but I'm going to read these true accounts to you tonight, and please let me know what you think. And I hope these are more scary than the last series that I narrated to you. So, I'm getting ready to hop into this one. And the first story that I'm going to narrate to you is titled, No. Are you ready to find out what that's all about? Well, here we go. Personally, I've had an extremely strange experience, and I don't know whether to chalk it up to my 12-year-old brain at the time, or if it actually was of the paranormal nature. My best childhood friend used to live in this house that was technically two houses merged into one. Both were very old. The first night that I ever slept over, he told me about how a woman who lived in one of the houses lost her mind one day and drowned her children in a basin in the back many years ago. It was around 4 a.m. and I woke up in the middle of the night needing a drink of water. I came out of his bedroom, passing the staircase that leads to the second floor on my right, and I walked out into the kitchen. On my way back to his room, for some reason, I stopped dead in my tracks at the foot of the stairs, which I hadn't really been looking at in my haste to make it back to his room. I turned my head to look at them, and instead of a staircase leading up to the second floor, there was a set of stairs going downwards on an intense angle into what looked like nothingness. It was pitch black. I stood there for what felt like 20 minutes, just gazing into this abyss that was before me. That wasn't there before. My brain didn't even register it as being strange. That's when I heard an ear-piercing, it sounded like it came from inside my head, a woman's voice scream, "No." Needless to say, I booked it back to his room, and I haven't really said anything about it since it happened. The weird thing is that I can remember it like it was yesterday, even though so many years have passed and I've probably forgotten about more important events since then. Now that sounds like some poltergeist thing going on there. That's weird. I don't know if I'd be able to go back upstairs and go to sleep after that, but I probably might sleep outside, but whatever. The next story, this one is titled, Haunted Living Room. A couple of weeks ago, I was laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and I hear my TV come on. I lay in bed a few seconds, hoping to hear my fat-ass cat jump off the coffee table. I get up and I go out to the living room and said, "Fat-ass cat" is posted up on a table by the window and nowhere near the TV remote. The way my house is set up, my bedroom is behind the living room and my living room TV is perpendicular to the wall, not parallel. So I walked up to the back of the TV, and right when I get next to it, it shuts off. Glow of the screen disappears. Sound stops. I am 100% freaked the fuck out, so I unplug it. I go lay back down in bed. My heart is still going thump, 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 and I'm trying my best to pretend that everything is okay. So I lay there a few more minutes, and then I hear more goddamn noise from the living room. I am so freaked out. I get my stun baton out to go check out the new noise, because I might be able to tase a poltergeist. I poke my head into the living room. The TV definitely isn't on. I listen for a few seconds and realize this noise is coming from my laptop. The laptop I haven't opened in probably 2 weeks. I lift the lid on it, and uTorrent has decided to open itself and start running pop-up ads. I mute the laptop, go back to bed, and lay in bed awake until 4 a.m. In the morning, I'm texting my boyfriend about it. He does so Googling. Turns out almost dead TV remote batteries can send garbage signals to the TV we'll interpret as the on signal. I've had my TV since 2011, and the remote still has Vizio branded batteries. I still don't have a good explanation for my laptop. That's weird. I know that your appliances and technology can act a little flaky, but that seems a little poltergeistish. Still another account of, well, at least this one, she couldn't go back to sleep, so that would have been more like me, so. But anyway, this next story, this one is titled Cursed. In 2 cases, my wife and I had dinner at a restaurant that then burned down that same night. One was a pizzeria that was next to a sport hall, indoor tennis courts. We had dinner there, then read the next morning that the whole building was destroyed. A couple of years later, we were on vacation in Namibia and went with the whole tour group for dinner to Joe's Beer House in Swakopmund. The next morning, our tour guide told us that the place burned to the ground after we left that night. So let me get this straight. Every restaurant they go to, when they leave, the restaurant burns down? Oh, hell no. No. If I ever open a restaurant, I'm sorry, I'm not inviting that couple. Nope. You're not putting me out of business. Oh my God. Okay, but anyway, here's the next story. And this one is titled Willow the Wisp. I once saw a Willow the Wisp, and it scared me shitless. For those who don't know, it's a light seen at night in desolate areas of the countryside, hovering in the distance like a ghostly lantern. It's one of the most widespread legends in the world, having many different versions and a variety of cultures, and it's believed to be a ghost or a demon. Scientifically speaking, the most plausible explanation regards to the decomposition of certain chemicals in a corpse, often cattle, which creates phosphoric acid, which can create a light. However, when you're in the middle of nowhere, in the dead of night, fight or flight gives very few F's about science. Now that was pretty short, but yeah, that's weird. Never really said, well, what was it? Sulfuric acid or phosphoric? Whatever. I was kind of hoping for a little more ghostly explanation or something happening there, but that's okay. That's all right. The next story, this one is called Dark Shadows. When I was about 14, before I started sleeping on the floor in my room, it helped with my back pains. I finished watching a movie on my laptop, and for some reason, I was looking at the light coming from the gap under the door to my bathroom. Then I saw two shadows pass like two slow footsteps. There was no one in there. It scared the living crap out of me. I started crying. I got up to check the bathroom, but it was empty aside from a few beetles that had gotten through the hole in the fly screen. In all honesty, that's probably what it was. Just some bugs over a light. Had me sleeping in my sister's bed for a month. Well, I know that was, all those stories were short and sweet, but what did you think about them? Now, some of those true accounts, some of them had a few grammatical errors, so I was trying to read over them, but I don't think I made it. But I hope you enjoyed the last installment of True Scary Stories. And please check out the other ones if you haven't. They're a lot longer. But I'll be back next time with some more stories for you that were shared. And I hope you enjoyed these. I'm going to be honest. In my opinion, I don't think any of these stories are really scary. Just a little bit, maybe just a little bit more of like a mystery. But that's just my opinion. You let me know what you think in the comments and let me know if you like this one. And I'll be back next time with another story or stories that were shared. And I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. I want to thank all of you for listening. And I want to welcome all my new subscribers. And thank you for being part of After Dark Fairy Tales. I hope that these stories are entertaining and relaxing. And I just want to thank you again for your support and listening and joining me tonight. So I'll be back next time. And let me know what you thought about tonight's episode. And until you hear me next time, good night, my darlings.